Welcome to Little Footsteps Big Learning. Today I'm sharing with you my top 10 tips on traveling long distances with young kiddos. So first of all, a little introduction about myself. My name is Kyla. I am a mom to 4 kids. Our kids' ages range from 3 months to 7 years old, and we live in the Midwest. We have a lot of family that lives in the Western United States, and it is a long drive to get out to our parents' houses and siblings and anyone else out there. My husband's parents are 25 hours from us, and my parents are 32 hours from us driving. And that's a long ways to go. We have lived in the Midwest for the past 6 years, and we have made that drive back and forth at least 8 times. I was trying to count it up, and we've done it at least 8 times. And then aside from that, we like to travel, and so we've gone on lots of trips with our kids, and we've learned some things that work and some things that don't work for our family. So I thought I would share with you our top 10 things. First of all, number 1, your attitude goes a long ways. If you have a can-do attitude, and if you have the thought of, I'm doing this because I want to, not because I'm expecting anyone to appreciate my sacrifice, that attitude goes a long ways. Number 2, toy bin. I have right here, we have these toy bins. You can see ones back there. I have a whole bunch of these bins. I got them several years ago from Target. We have them in our house to store toys, but then I also will just grab one of these and empty it out and then fill it with whatever I want to for the trip. And as far as toys that I like for a trip, cars. My kids love cars. I have my 3 older kids are boys, so a lot of my things work well with boys. These little finger puppets I found at Target or Walmart, one of those stores. There were 5 of them. Those were a hit. And I also, for our last trip, bought a few different Rubik's Cubes. There were 2 square ones and this triangle one. I recommend anything that does not have lots of little pieces, because things fall on the floor and then kids can't get them. So something like this they can play with, and it doesn't have lots of little pieces. I do not recommend things like, I've brought things like this. This is a great puzzle, right? It has all of these small little pieces. It'll be great until they all fall on the floor and get lost, and then it's just a wasted space. Another thing that I do not recommend is we have this really cool reusable sticker thing. It has this background. It has fun little stickers that go on it. Once again, little pieces that can be lost, so just keep that in mind. I will usually run to the dollar store and grab a few new things so that I can pull them out. I do not put all of the toys in here. I found if I load this up with all the toys, the kids just don't use them. But if I keep some of them up with me and I send them back to them one at a time, and then they can put them in the bin when they're done, that works out really well. And it's something new and exciting. Something awesome at the dollar store are sunglasses for $1 for kids. Just a fun thing for the drive to pass back. I found this at the Target dollar spot, and really cool that it's like this black paper, and then as they draw on it, it scratches away the black. So that's really fun. I also have been hearing lots of great things about, are they called doodle boards? I don't know. Anyways, you draw on them and then you push on this to erase it. I found these ones on Amazon. They're kind of a knockoff of the original ones, I think. I have heard get smaller ones, because then you can have one for each of your kids and it doesn't take up a whole bunch of space. So I decided to buy these smaller ones, and they're more cheapy. They have some spots on them that like won't erase now, but these were a winner for sure. So anyway, another one, if you have younger kids, something like these maracas are awesome, or stickers are good for like any age. Really awesome. If you have kids that love to draw like I do, clipboard with paper, pens. Another fun thing that I found recently are these sticker by number. They turn out really cool. Where's the camera? Anyways, if you can see that eagle, that's how it turns out, and has these stickers that you put on there. Really awesome. My kids didn't play with these for super long, but I think they could be a winner for your family. So there's a few ideas of toys. I have this toy bin in there, so it's one place that you can just dump it all in. All right, number 3 is music. We have a lot of fun music that our kids like to listen to. I'll list our list of fun music below. And we also have some quiet music for when it's getting to be like everyone should be going to sleep, or everyone should be taking a nap, or we just need to like chill out, having some quiet music. Tip number 4, books on CD. That's something that we recently just tapped into. Where do I have them? Right here. This year, we've taken a few road trips this summer, and our kids, especially my oldest 7-year-old and 5-year-old, really enjoyed books on tape. We especially listened to Boxcar Children, and I found a few fun Dr. Seuss ones. Those were a hit for sure. Also seeing these bells, if you have really little ones, they strap onto their wrist, and that can be a winner. I found those on Amazon. Okay, head downstairs now. Tip number 5. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Tip number 5 is food. I have a lot of different food suggestions. First of all, we will have this bin. We have a minivan, and between mine and my husband's seat, we'll put this bin. This has a whole bunch of snacks in it that I'll fill it with. And we have snacks like granola bars and candy and crackers, pretzels, snacky stuff. Another tip with lunch on the go. My favorite lunch on the go. Grab bread, grab some peanut butter, skip the jelly because that usually has to be refrigerated. Bread and peanut butter, and then I will get Go-Gurts and freeze them in the freezer, and then that counts as like an ice pack in the cooler. Then the kids can eat them. Getting carrots and sugar snap peas are our favorite. Veggies, apples are a great one to bring. What else? Oh, and then you can get like Capri Suns, some sort of juice packs like that. That's like my favorite go-to, a little more well-rounded lunch. Also, fast food play places. I do not love fast food. I don't love it. But I love that there are play places, especially we have taken a few drives out for Thanksgiving, and that time of year it's cold, and so it's great to stop at a play place to let the kids play. You can grab some breakfast. Good to go. Another tip is that I'll get to later. We like to drive through the night, but we have drive through the night food to help keep us awake. And my husband and I will switch back and forth. Don't worry, we're safe about it. That may or may not work for you, but if it does, grab some food that will help keep you awake. Think of textures. Crunchy, chewy. Yeah, crunchy and chewy. So our favorites are carrots and sugar snap peas. Jerky's another good one. Tootsie Rolls are a good one. Starburst. But a tip to think about is, and like soda, something bubbly to help keep you awake too. So a tip to remember is don't eat a whole bunch of junk. There was one year that my husband primarily does the driving through the night. He ate a whole bunch of chips and candy and soda, and by morning he felt terrible. So go for some healthy options. You'll feel a little bit better. Pretzels is another good one, crunchy. And another one, food for kids. This can also work for activities, but these trays from the dollar store. I have 2 different kinds. I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like. First, we bought these ones. They're $1 each. They're from the dollar store. I bought these ones. I really liked them. I thought they were great. But then I thought it would be nice to have something a little bit bigger. I did not like these ones actually because, first of all, they bend, which is fine. Kids are just using them to play with, eat with. But they don't have a very high rim. So I personally prefer, I just thought these would be great for like using to put paper on to draw with too. Didn't work out the best for us, but I love these ones. They're really good size. They have a really great rim on the side, so it can be used for them to put things in to play with. If you have magnets, that's a fun thing to bring too. but it has a lot of small pieces, so it does get all over the vehicle. Keep that in mind. But for food, we can pass this back. The kids can eat on their tray. Keeps the mess pretty contained. And it's easier for them to hold on to, and it doesn't go flying off of their lap and whatnot. Okay, food. I think, one other tip is I really like to get treats like Starburst, because then the treat is not only in them eating the treat, they're eating the treat, right? But it also takes some time to unwrap the treat, and that helps the time go by as well. So there's that. All right, tip number 6. When driving across the country, it just takes forever, and you want to get places as fast as you possibly can. So we have found, in order to maximize that time, a lot of times during warm weather travels, my husband will drop off me and the kids at a park. The kids will get to play at the playground. Sometimes I'll have lunch fixings there and give them lunch. They'll play. My husband will go fill up on gas and then come back and pick us up. We got to fill up on gas anyways. Gas is going to take time anyways. Might as well take a little bit longer. I look up on Google as we're driving where a close park is, and we stop at the park. Gas, playground, win-win for everyone. You can also do that with, like, if you need to stop at a store or a restaurant, use a park. And then the kids run out their wiggles and you're doing something that you need to do anyways. Tip number 7, don't be afraid to go sit in the back with kids. I know that's not very fun, but if it helps them, it helps you, and everyone's happier. Tip number 8, driving through the night. I mentioned this before. This is something that has been a game changer for us, because when we're driving 25 hours or more, or even just 10 hours, that's a long ways too. When we're driving those long distances, we get a lot of driving done in the nighttime while our kids are sleeping. So that has been actually our favorite time to drive. We've left at different times, but always when we drive out west, we'll drive through the night once. Otherwise, we're gonna be taking 3 days to drive out there, and who wants to do that? So we will have, my husband, like I said, is the one who primarily drives, and he will take a nap the day before or get to bed really early the week before. We'll try and get him well rested. And then we always make sure we're super safe with it. I tell him, if you get tired at all, wake me up. I'm sleeping while he's driving, and then if we need to switch, I'm rested and we can switch. This time driving out, we left at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or 3 o'clock, or 4 o'clock, something. We left in the afternoon, started driving. That worked out perfect. Our kids had a few hours to be driving. Then we stopped for dinner and played at a park. And then they got back in the car, and it was time to go to sleep, and they fell asleep, and we had the long night stretch to drive. And we did still have to stop about every 3 or 4 hours to feed our youngest baby. But we would stop at truck stops. Those are my favorite to stop at in the middle of the night, because you're driving in the dark and you have to go to the bathroom, especially if you're drinking a lot of soda to help keep you awake. And truck stops are bigger. They're usually well lit. Bathrooms are usually cleaner, and you can do a gas stop, potty stop, all in one. And so those truck stops include Love's, TA, Pilot, Flying J. I think that's all of them. Anyways, those are winners. Tip number 9, bring garbage bags. I just grab a whole bunch of those grocery bags and stuff them in my side door compartment thing. And that helps keep the van clean. And when the van is clean and organized, I'm a lot happier. Tip number 10, our last resort is movies and games on the tablet. We save that for last because we know no matter what mood our kids are in, they are going to be happier with those. They'll be a winner no matter where they're at in the drive. So I will always save those for last. We'll always hide them tucked away out of view so that they aren't always asking for them. And then when everyone's kind of getting to their wits' ends, that's when we pull out movies or games on the tablet. So there you go. There's my top 10 tips for traveling long distances with young kids. I hope this was helpful to you. If you liked this content, one more thing I almost forgot. Okay, 2 more things. Hold on. Okay, books. We love bringing books. Fun thing to bring is books about the United States, because then they can look up the states while you're driving through. Another thing to bring, water. We have a 2-gallon jug that we bring, but also water bottles are great. Also, I didn't point out this game, Simon, really awesome. Do you remember that when we were kids? When you were a kid? I don't know, when I was a kid, we had this game and it was like huge. But this is a little mini one, perfect for the car. Great all-in-one. Okay, I think that's all now, for real. If you liked this video, if you like this content, you can find me at Little Footsteps Big Learning. There's a dot in between every word. And I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, or I have other videos here on YouTube. I hope this was helpful, and happy traveling.
When you're on vacation, I want to have one big snack that is with Laffy Taffies, marshmallows, granola bars. And also, one more thing. It is more Laffy Taffies. So, when you go on a trip out west or further away from your house, then you need to have some snacks and you'll need some stuff to play with. A bunch of stuff to play with. You might need some paper and pens, because if you have a boy or someone in your family that loves to draw, then you need paper and a pen. Bye.